And then we have the Lopera's one. Enter the jungle with caution and care. I guess we could check out what the thing is. I wonder if it's the same thing as White Rum's with the mini games. So into the rainforest. Enter the jungle with caution and care. Take a deep breath and release your fear. Keep your eyes open, for danger may be near. So part 0, Manhunt. Wonder how many chapters this one is.
Sorry, sir, but I respectfully decline this operation.
Lopera.
You're already on General Carlos's deployment list, Lieutenant. They haven't been speaking long, but the young major's throat is already drying up. He runs through his conversation 100 times in his head. Wearily, he straightens the stack of lists and briefing in his hands. These people are working with the Apostle Brotherhood, smuggling weapons, plotting to kill Xeno soldiers, and attack our outposts. The intel is crystal clear. Am I the only one around here who isn't completely local? These suspects are just all ordinary people. Fishers, boatmen. We got nothing to do with the Brotherhood. Believe me, I've spoken with General Carlos about your concern, but he's adamant that our informant intel is correct. Then Carlos has a Primera Panocone where his brain should be. When have I been wrong? Tell me, when?
Lieutenant, watch your tone when speaking about the superior officer.
The edge of the major's mouth twitches. He suppresses a disrespectful smile and lowers his voice. It's just like any other security operation. We snatch up a few suspects, do some interrogation, and then let them go if there's nothing fishy. A security operation? This is your first day in Sao Paulo or something. Is Carlos send our people into the city? Then the locals will be feeding us all lead by the day's end. And you wait, cause when they fire first, there will be Generalism Carlos screaming, "It's a riot! It's a riot!"
Lopera.
Lieutenant, orders are orders. I do not have any leeway with our objective, but I do what I can to make sure this plays out as peacefully as possible. Besides, you shouldn't need to get your hands dirty. You have your own missions in the city to retrieve someone named Sandros.
What?
What? Sandros? Who's that? They're keeping the detail on a need-to-know basis. I guess Sandro has some unpleasant run-ins with the Brotherhood. Zeno wants to find him and bring him back to for his own protection, to prevent any retaliation. Need to know? Yeah, I know exactly what I need to know. I know that Carlos needs someone to do his dirty work, and I'm not doing it. Let some other grunt bite the bullet. I'll be in San Paulo, picking up some Paulus ferns. Lopera taps the cauldron in his arms, as she flutters off without any hesitation. The Major doesn't stop her. He knows he can't. So, he returns to his operation notes while rubbing his template with one hand. The journey from the base to San Pablo is a well-worn path to her, as are the familiar streets that leads her safe and hidden spots in town. She calms her breathing as she dials and is met with a graspy, busy signal. Hot, sticky dust rises from San Pablo streets and seeps through the cracks of her window blinds, mixed frequently with engine exhaust and the smell of old fruit. Hello?
Molly!
Hello? Why are you calling me from an unsecure phone line? Never mind that. I need to tell you something about San Paulo before I set off. Before you set off? What is it, Para? You're not causing trouble again, are you? That idiotic Carlos is the only cause of trouble here. General Carlos? You mentioned him in your report. Father thinks... A vague, heavy sound from the other end interrupts the sisters' conversation. Yes, Mr. Lopera. Understood, sir. Molly?
It's me.
The voice that comes next is deep, yet distant and filled with restrained power, like thunder rolling over the horizon.
Father.
I was going to have Molly tell you. This concerns General Carlos' operation. Yes, I'm aware. St. Paulo base already submitted their plans. Is Carlos paranoia for the rampage again? You can see that, can you? I have to stop him, Father. If this continues, we'll have the whole city plunge into chaos. Father? The Admiral's silence is unexpected. Lopera thought she would be more decisive. In her eyes, stopping Carlos has become her highest priority. You're on the deployment. You are on the deployment list, are you not?
Of course.
A sense of ease crawls up her spine. Like a spider, she knows where this conversation is headed.
Yes.
Yes. Then, you're refusing your order? Lopera bites her lips, unable to answer. General Carlos is your superior officer. This does not change even if he is a fool.
It's a soldier's duty to follow orders.
An officer gives orders, a soldier executes them, whether it's charging a beachhead or abandoning a position.
But...
I can't find out what really is happening, Father. I hope that this intel is wrong. Are you a soldier, Lopera, or a saboteur?
Lopera, if you cross that line, it could be considered treason.
What? No, I didn't even think of that.
Treason, the word strikes at her like a bell hammer, ringing through her skull. Her fingers grips the edge of the table tightly, knuckles losing color. Can't be. What is the mission?
Sandro.
I can find someone named Sandro. Then find the Sandro as instructed. Complete your mission and report for duty. Do nothing else. The name became a slender lifeline, a path back into the grass. Grace.
Yes, Father. I'll find him.
I will look over your reports about the General. After you complete your mission, Mulder, is there anything else? Muffled silence comes from the receiver as the phone is handed down, or handed over.
You know he's right, Beta.
Yes, I know, but how long are we going to keep turning a blind eye to the damage that Carlos is doing? So you know it's as slow to replace personnel as it is to restock supplies. There's no one available to take this forward. But I promise, I discussed the situation in San Velo with Father again. When is it suitable? There's nothing emptier than a room waiting in suitable conditions. Good luck with your mission. Hey Sasu, how's everything? Did you take a nap or anything, or are you waking up? Good luck with your mission, Para. Good morning. To be continued. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see what oh. A sightseeing boat docks along the densely wooded river bank. From the deck, it could be mistaken for the depths of the jungle. A sighted tourist pokes their heads out to look around. For those seeking the appearance of adventurers without venturing deep into the pure Amazon, the outer environment of San Pablo are a fine substitute. That's right. Bring a few photos back home with you. I guarantee your friends back in Europe won't notice the difference. But when all said and done, this isn't Amazon. It's as fake as a crocodile bag I bought the other day. Can't believe I fell for it. Even after he said Emery's strictly buying all their highs from him. I'm okay. Same. I'm getting a little bit tired since it just hit midnight. The old captain pats the tourist's polyester suit with a friendly hand, ignoring his least the elegant pronunciation of the name. Crocodiles, my friend, and only you have come to me earlier. I would never let you be cheated on like that. In fact, I know of a certain darling individual who keeps a few genuine broad-sounded caiman out in the rainforest. The kind that can crush a turtle's shell with a single bite. I'll be happy to make some introductions. By the way, my friend, you're carrying American dollars, aren't you? So what? Is all the Kurosova just completely useless? Haha, not useless at all. It's great for kindling, confetti, even waste paper for your parrot. Just take my advice, friend. Exchange what you have for dollars before it sinks any lower. But don't let those suits at the bank trick you. A friend of mine specializes in exchanging currency. I guarantee you it's a better deal.
Let me think.
He and his enthusiastic guide has been friends for a good 3 hours, and at that time, his host has even taught him the rules to double check tea. Somehow, the currency exchange program began to seem most credible. However, a face wretched in bright orange interrupts the tourist's thought. Excuse me, sir. Mind if I speak with Captain Rodrigo for a moment? Hey kid, you lost or something?
Lopera.
I didn't know you were interested in seeing my shabby old boat. Are you two related?
Sorry, sir.
So what makes you think I'm related to this old Picarati? What a shame, you know. I always considered you like my violent, hot-headed daughter I never had, Lopera. Don't go breaking this old man's heart. Yeah, whatever. Just be the kid. Mr. Rodrigo and I have business to discuss. Why don't you go play somewhere else for a while? If you're good, maybe I'll get you some hot cocoa later. It's delicious. Double cream, double sugar, and stuff slides down your throat like porridge. The captain was just telling me about it. You'll love it. Senor, Sinha, whatever Rodrigo has told you, I advise you not to believe a word of it, including anything with his cocoa. Rodrigo rolls his eyes, then grins. Why don't you see? Wait, but why don't you try the Garena juice while you're here? It'll perk you up more than any cocoa or coffee. Did you just say Granova?
Of course.
Of course, you should check further down the shore. There's bound to be a stall somewhere selling it. True to her word, there are many stalls bunched along the shoreline, which is not far from the city. So there's a fine spot for small traders to sell their exotic goods at a good price.
Great.
Hot dogs. Well, I guess I'll try something special to the area.
Goodbye.
See you later, Captain, and Miss. Did you find any granola juice? I'll be sure to bring some back for you. Anticipating the new experiment waiting for him, the tourist disembarks in the rush towards the riverbank.
You do realize that you just let a big fish slip away, right? Silly little birdie.
Rodrigo shakes his head in resignation, but his tone lacks any hint of anger. Instead, he opens his mouth into a wide and knowing smile. I'm tracking someone down. Find him for me, and Zeno will give you a lot more than a big fish.
Zeno?
The calm, kind expression vanished from Rodrigo's face, his brows furrowing with particular caution. I have to find Sandro. Never heard of him. It is a lie as plain as day, said without any efforts in concealment.
Hey!
Really, Rodrigo? That's what you're going with. You know you might just lose the last person in San Pablo still waiting to trust you. If my intel is right, the last time anyone saw Sandros, he was getting off your boat. The weather captain remained silent. Squinting, perhaps, pondering, or maybe San Pablo's sun is just too bright. How about this? Lopera pulls out a fancy-looking die from her waist and tosses it into an empty wooden cup on the table. High or low, clear and simple. If you win, you tell me where Sandros is. And if I win? Lopera slams her revolver into the table. Now you know how much this camera was worth to me. Rodrigo offers a sniff smile. Seeing no resistance, Lopera turns the cup over to the die. Turns the cup over to cover the die. You're up. Lopera pushes the cup towards Rodrigo, indicating the generous flair that is his turn to roll the die. Rodrigo sighs, extending his rough finger over the cup, thoughtfully weighing up the pros and cons of joining in. Why did they have to send you? Carlos couldn't find some other grunts? You got a problem with me? The Apostle Brotherhood is looking for Sandros too. This is anything but a simple operation.
What?
What? You think I can't handle a few apostles? The girl's hand grasps the pistol, weighted in her belt, spinning it around her fingertips. They might as well be the bottle down at the Zeno shooting range. Eventually easier. Zeno got those balls that fly through the sky.
Silly little birdie.
Cool it. There's no place to be playing with guns. Let's do this. Rodrigo shakes the wooden die. Lopera places the revolver back onto the table. After a few blinks of the eye, the cup comes to the clean stop. The die spins with a crisp swirling around within. High. Then I'm low. The cup is gently lifted, revealing the die lying abundantly on the table. Low, that's the little man. You see, it's 2. The Peros happily returns the pistol to the holster without a hint of surprise. Rodrigo picks up Lepero's die from the table, rubbing it in his palms. Looked like old Rodrigo's luck is as thin as his blood back these days. Now the bet. Don't try to cheat me. Where's Sandro? Rodrigo changes the subject again. I heard Tino's gathering troops for the move in Sakura. That right? Carlos Otizieto. The momentary slip of the tongue sears through her brain like a branding iron. How could she let this low-level informant trip her up? Rodrigo sighs, mostly sympathetically.
This is really bad.
I don't understand a thing. Rodrigo, now, I'm done with evading my questions.
Where is Sandro?
The hot sun of the southern hemisphere burns on Rodrigo's brow. He blinks at her, weighing his object before giving it in his honor. The partida has fitted themselves well. Follow me ashore, I'll lead you the way. I don't need a guide, just give me a location, and you get back to business. Sandra's hiding deep in the rainforest. You won't find anything but Cabera droppings from without me. Besides, I need to make sure the information I give you won't bring any harm to Sandros. She has dealt with Rodrigo long enough to know that better.
Hmm?
I never knew you had such a kind heart, Rodrigo. I'm old enough that I should be going easy to mass every day week, little birdie. Maybe this old bastard is ready to turn over a new leaf. He tosses the die to Lopera. The cup rolls through the bright sunlight, creating the simmering arc. The girl reaches out instantly, grabs the arc as a small object lands square in her palm. I was just about to remind you to return my die. She raised her head, looking up at Ryu's sunburned face. The latter is looking down to the exposed die. Another 2? You have good luck with the die. She folds her hand over the die, removing from a soothing gaze. Coincidentally? Just let me call it. How dare you know I bet high?
Hey!
Told you it was a coincidence. Rodrigo doesn't seem bothered by the trick. Be quicker to cover the hand next time, you little birdie. I don't want to see a little girl. Wait, I don't want to see a sweet girl like you getting buffed over a bad bet. I got a gun. There are things in the world that aren't afraid of guns. Sinhora. Who knows what kind of monsters are lurking out there? You don't really think I'll be scared, do ya? I must always be prepared for the worst.
Come. I'll take you to Sandro.
come. I'll take you to Sandros. To be continued. Followed. Lopera has entered the rainforest. The dense foliage in the rainforest make it easy to get lost. Every step requires careful consideration. Each move costs stamina, so make sure you reach the destination before you run out of energy. Let's start by east. East. Okay. After a long period of exploration, you're exhausted. Time to consider the next steps. Choosing different solution will lead to a different outcome. Okay. The exhausted, but it was search for tools. Wait, no. Sit down to rest. Some events can be resolved by crafting the right items through the use of alchemy. Your alchemy is not perfect, so if you don't get the items you want, just try it a few more times. Okay. Proceed with caution and carefully check everything on your way to your destination. Search for tools. A vehicle can save you precious time. Even finding a wheel would be better than trekking through the rainforest on foot. Stamina cost, reward, okay. Wait, so we already headed east, so let's continue east. Finding Sandros. Bang. Did you hear that?
What?
A gunshot.
Well, with all the vertebrae from these trees, it's impossible to tell where or how far. Don't look at me. I'm just an ordinary human, and an old one at that. My hearing ain't so sharp. But gunshots are not uncommon here. It's always been like this, and it's only gotten worse since the Apostle Brotherhood arrived. This is what makes life on the shore so unbearable, and why I escaped to the water.
Yeah, and?
How is life on the water, Captain? The old man looks away, back to the river. Before I came to San Pablo, I knew a man, older even than I am now. He lives beside the wild river, running a simple business, honest his whole life, beloved by his wife and son. Then one day, he became another person, just like that, as if his mind switched with a flash of lightning. He went out and made a boat out of invisible wood, the hard kind that never rots even 100 years. The day he finished it, he took the boat out and never went ashore again. The day I moved to San Pablo, he was still there, floating on the water. You're full of it, Rodrigo. You could at least try to make your story sound real. Well, it's realistic enough in my eyes. To me, It's the rest of the world that feels like make-believe. Maybe he was just fed up with his life and decided to leave it all behind. Maybe he didn't want to deal with the trouble of the land. I thought of doing the same myself, but I can't quite give up all just yet. The man shakes his head, giving the story a strange and abrupt ending. This isn't the time to reflect on old stories. We must find Sandro soon. A distant, almost unreal gunshot echoes through the rainforest. Again? I heard it too this time. That gun. Its caliber sounds like the same gun that Sandro carries. We should hurry. He might be in danger. A shepherd with a bow hunting for his lunch in the rainforest. He claims his father is with the Apostle Brotherhood. Hunt together. Wait. Need a pinata trap, huh? Wait, how do I get the... Wait. Are these my, No, I don't have any of those. Banana peel snacks. Oh, can't make anything. You drive the shepherd away. Given his background, you're not sure whether his arrow would hit the prey on the head or someone less appropriate. This is to far destination. Direction east. So we're still heading east? A half-constructed old train station, left abandoned due to the lack of funding. Enter Explorer. You find a few beds. It seems someone made this place their home. Okay. So I can't choose... Yeah, I guess we'll go south then. A filled swamp with piranhas. More threatening than it was toxic. We don't have any... Wait, right? We don't have any bullets. We can make the piano that... pinata. Ammo. I guess we'll wait for the right moment. Some poor soul lost in the rainforest stumbles into the swamp. This riot corps now a marker of the surrounding danger. Don't let this act of kindness go to waste. What can we make now? We make ammo now. Explosive shots. Is that good? We went south, now we go east again, right? A colorful bird nest catches your attention. You always try to attract by eye-catching things, but who wouldn't it be? Investigate. The nest contains a strap of devours kin of avatar critter that built in. They must make a decent alchemy ingredient effect. Okay. Distance to wait. Distance. Alright, so we'll hit east still. Well, we could make something, right? We'll make. Okay. Your toe bumps into a hard object hidden in the grass. It's a battered antique handgun that looks like it's been chewed by a dog. Perhaps it's a stroke of luck. I guess we'll hold it in our hand. We don't have the ammo, so we can't do anything else. The antique gun suddenly misfires. Aside from the slight injury, you're mostly just surprised of a sudden activity. I go north. Not sure if we're going the right way or not, but I think we're heading east. A small black pellet, like a pepper kernel. Lopera holds it between her index finger and thumb, raising it to her eye. See anything? Looks like a little pill. Only way we know what it does is we try it. I wouldn't recommend that. I had a cat once. It died from eating something it shouldn't have. I'm not a cat. She pops a little pepper kernel into her mouth.
Wait, don't do that.
Spit that out. Don't worry, I got this. He crushes the mysterious pill between her molars. The reckless amateur alchemist's face contorts with the tourist biting into a fried end for the first time. Good bizarre, this taste. It's like little needles pricking my nose. The smell is all up in my nose. I can't seem to swallow it. And I feel a little dizzy.
Rodrigo!
Why do you look so different? There's a keyhole. Where am I?
You can't go out, Lopera.
Papa? Why would I go out? Alright, I was going to the carnival.
Please, I'm only going to the carnival.
It's not safe outside. Melina and Laura has already been to the carnival, and they said it was safe. They didn't invite you, did they? I don't know why. I wanted to join them when there to see if I could clear up whatever's bugging them.
Nothing bad's going to happen there, Papa.
There are police there, and I'm old enough to go now. Please, can we go together? I said you can't go, Lopera. You're not to go to the carnival. Never? Why? Don't question on me on this. You're my daughter. You will obey.
Isn't this manor large enough for you to wreak havoc in?
There's nothing to do here. I want to go out. What are you doing? No, please, don't lock me in.
No!
Lopera, listen to me.
Stop. Nightmare? The two of them wrestled on the riverbank. But one of them has a clear advantage in strength.
What's going on?
Thank God.
You almost killed me, little birdie. That's what's going on. Luckily, you snapped out of it. You need to stop eating just any old thing that pops out of the cauldron.
Come. I'll take you to Sandro.
Now, have some water first. Two Xeno traders are lying in ambush in the grass. You aren't their target, but once you meet their gaze, the game is on. Create some chaos! You seize the opportunity to escape. Best not to waste time on trivial matters. Then we're still heading east, right? Can we make some more stuff? What do we make? Wait, what's this? Oh, we gotta make a trap. Okay, can we give it some more ammo? How many can we make? Oh, okay, I guess that's all. East, we're heading east. A cunning fox resembling Moose Third is offering you a good deal. We'll accept the offer. We'll not shoot it. The fox expressed its gratitude to your generosity, leaving a few worthless trinkets behind before vanishing into the depths of the jungle. Alright, we're close by. We're still heading east. Still craft some stuff still. Long journey necessary is a little small talk to ease the nerve, and the older the traveler, it seems, the more likely the topic turns to family.
Kid.
You never talk about your parents. You're not Brazilian, so what are you?
No, I'm originally from Colombia.
Bananas, coffee, and military juto. Not so different, really. At least you won't get homesick. She has no desire to engage with the old man's banter. In her heart, she feels far more nostalgic on the dry, yellow scrap of Kazakhstan than the country of her birth. Admiral Igor and his children did not have a fixed home.
Zeno is my home.
As far Colombia, Brazil, it doesn't matter. Rugo stops his pace and turns around to inquire further.
How can Zeno be your home? It's just an army.
And once served in the army, too. Really, it's no different from any other job. People from all over bunched together, just trying to survive. Many years ago, someone told me, join the army, you'll make friends for life, and no one real will dare look down on you again.
But,
But life after retirement was not so good, and all those friends for life dried up in the end. Then I heard someone say, go to San Pablo, the soda factory they pay in dollars, your children will suffer no more. Not long after I arrived, the factory closed down. I didn't even get my last month's wage. Worse, I found out my coworkers had taken it. Rodrigo clasped his big hands together as if creating a dramatic pause. At the end of all of that, I finally understand. Family's the only thing that matters. No one else will truly care about you in the world. Once the war is over, once the factory closes, when you leave here with empty hands and nothing more than you came with, and you worry every day about what your children will eat.
Wait,
You have children? Rodrigo sweeps his log hand lightly over Lopera's head.
of course.
A daughter, she is about your age.
But she never made it out of Rio.
She died. Sorry. The man puts on a smile. It was my fault. I shouldn't have joined the army. Then the cartel wouldn't have gone after her to get to me. But I know that she must have been in heaven, because she used all her persuasion to get God to send me a little boat. See? She has blessed me already. Maybe that's why I want to live on it like an old man, just waiting for the day that my own mind will let me flick the switch.
But,
Now is not the day. I still need to help you find Sandro, don't I? Right, we need to find Sandro fast. To be continued. Why did that stage feel like it was so long? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Privilegious Part 3. Two heads, one big and one small, peeks out from behind the dead rotting planks. First the big one, dark one, and then the small red one.
Hmm?
Is this the place?
Of course.
Sure as shooting.
Rodrigo!
I think you might have taken the wrong turn somewhere. There's no one here. Even if Sandro isn't here, it shouldn't be abandoned. There are people living here. But remember the gunshot earlier? Perhaps the Apostle Brotherhood got here before us. Well, since there's no one, we don't exactly need to stick to the shadows. Come on, let's take a look around and see what we can find. The girl pokes her frame out from behind the planks before Rodrigo pulls her back.
What?
Wait a minute.
Look closely. Something's moving behind the clothes on the laundry line. Lopera squints as though aiming at the enemy, then widens her eyes in surprise. There's indeed someone behind the hanging, wrinkled cloth, wearing Xeno's clothes. Oh, see the colors? They're friendly, no need to worry.
No.
No, things don't seem right, little birdie. That soldier looks strange to me. Trust this unlucky old thing's intuition on this. What the hell are you talking about? The girl doesn't intend to listen to him. She gets up and slips out of the cover again. But Rodrigo is quick to pull her back once more.
Wait, don't do that.
You trying to get yourself shot? Lopera attempts to call the Xeno soldier over, but an oily hand reeking of fish covers her mouth entirely.
Let go, damn it!
Rodrigo's strong grip renders her struggle futile. The two wait in an awkward, tense stance for the Xeno soldier's next move. The soldier does not seem to have taken any notice of their hidden struggle, but he moves trustfully still. Rodrigo attempts to prove his judgment correct, loses out to Lopera struggling impatient. What just happened? The freshly made smoke bomb released a cloud of moth-scale dust, giving the girl a chance to break free from his clutches.
Hey!
Have you lost your mind, Rodrigo? Don't go! Welcome Mr. Close and startled the soldier, who turns his gun towards the smoke. Who's there? The girl emerging from the pale smoke is unmistakable. Anyone who serves at the San Pablo base would recognize her in an instant. It's you!
Hey!
Hey, it's me, Lopera. Put the gun down. Come on, I need your help. Some old fool has been threatening me. The corporal frame stiffens, unmoving except for his eyes, which twitch wildly. Antonio! Someone's here. Another never seen no soldier emerges from the nearby house, rifle in hand. What are you two doing? You recognize me, don't you? Seriously. You guys are so... The Xeno corporate doesn't answer, but her training instinct reads the twitching movement and telegraphs his attention. He's preparing to fire. Have a fish. A fermented fish flies through the air, momentarily distracting the aggressors. Fire! The parents push through a narrow door, a spray of bullets zipping over her head. What are they doing? You gotta fight back, kid. Where's the gun of yours?
Join with us, comrades.
Because what exactly are you guys trying to do? Sorry, Lieutenant, but I think it's in your best interest not to know. What on earth are you talking about? Questions like that won't get you any answers, kid. It's the bullets that will make them talk. See out of sight, Rodrigo. Either help me or find a place to hide. I don't really have a weapon. Then go hide. We're facing RPG characters.
Ready? Aim. Another jar? I've got some trouble brew. Stay put. This will hurt longer if I miss. Give this a taste. Do you have a little faith in me, master? Ouch! Perfectly understood. Ready? Aim. I admire your courage. Really made this year. Flee, mortal! Fire! Sharp fang! You don't want to miss it! Ouch! Got you!
Let's see.
I've got some trouble brew. I will remember your sacrifice. Shall I, master? Stay back, I say! Fresh from the crucible. Heart here. I look forward to punishing you! Cheer up! Wait for the pop! Sweet dreams! I remember it's called... Lending a hand!
Antonio is the first to fall, toppling over in a heap, his soul seeping out with blood pouring at his side. But the other soldier remains wounded, alive. No.
Traitor!
Small but powerful tip of the shoe kicks the soldier in the shoulder, digging into a fresh bullet wound. The corporal curls his body over to the other side, only to be flipped back over by Rodrigo. Enough, that's 12 kicks already. One more and you might put him down for good. We still have questions for him. What's going on? Tell me everything, right at the from the beginning. Well, first, after I joined Xeno. Man, just not the whole story. How about this first start? Why are you here? I was just out gathering supplies. Rodrigo sighs heavily, as though he has already guessed the whole truth. And who are you gathering supplies for? The corporal averts his eyes. Hopefully silence might save him. Oh, that's how you want to play it, huh? Lopera pulls out her revolver and presses it to the corporal's temple, the cold barrel breaking his will in an instant. No, I'll tell you everything. He knows well enough. This little birdie wouldn't hesitate to execute him. Antonio's body is proof. Spit it out. I don't know who gave the order. I only know he's from the Apostle Brotherhood. They wanted food, sugar, rum, even people, everything. The Brotherhood? Lopera leaves a purple bruise on his cheekbone with the butt of their gun. Ah, you lunatic! How did you get mixed up with those bastards? Haven't you felt how things at Xeno has changed? You didn't notice anything? Of course. You're not like us. You're not ordinary. But we are. We only joined Gino to make a living, not to serve that lunatic Carlos. This is all his fault. You can't let him bring another massacre to Socorro. The Brotherhood said they will help us. Be more specific. What is going on with Carlos? A momentary spasm of conflict flashes across the corporal's lips.
Carlos is dead.
What?
He's dead? It can't be. He was alive when I left the base. Then you just missed it. I bet the maggots are already feasting on him by now. The corporal shivers from blood loss and the cold. The same chill slowly creeps to Lopero's spine.
No entiendo.
That doesn't make sense. Rodrigo exhales a murky cloud of hot breath to one side, unnoticed by Lopera. Carlos.
If what he said is true, oh God, this could turn Sao Paulo upside down. Who would have thought Zeno would end up in a mess like this? And Sandro.
His coarse fingers rubs the corner of his eyes. Seems like it, don't it? Rodrigo returns to Lopero's side and places his hand gently on her arm, lowering the barrel of her gun.
No.
You know the score, Low Birdie. He killed Carlos, then joined up with the Apostle Brotherhood. In military terms, it sounds like a mutiny. Lopera shakes off the girl's hand and presses the gun hard into the corporal's forehead, the cold metal sinking into his skin. The soldier grabs for the gun, but his blood-drained strength fails him. In his weakened state, he is no match for Lopera. He fails to move the barrel even an inch, even half an inch. Are you gonna kill me? You are already an enemy in Zeno's eyes. Judgment has been handed down. No, I'm not. I just wanted a way out. Please, ask me anything. I'll tell you. Rodrigo takes over the interrogation. Where's Sandros? Of course, yeah. Wait, Sandros? Who's Sandros? You came to this village to find him? The contentment expression is sincere, but on the verge of death he has no reason, nor lucky the ability to lie. There's no one else here. No one's been here. We just ran away after what happened to Carlos. Well, you killed your camera to escape the base, right?
Darn it. Traitor.
Lopera!
Rodrigo pulls her away before she can cause any more harm to the dying corporal. Please, whatever you want, just leave me here. He musters the courage to look at Lopera in the eyes one last time, his eyes swimming in a cocktail of fluid, blood, sweat, and tears. We were comrades once, right? I remember playing cards with you. You were cheating, but I didn't care. For the sake of those old games, you remember my name, do you? The corporal throws his hands across his chest, grabbing at the pocket on his uniform. Don't move a muscle. It's not a weapon, I just wanted to show you. The corporal continues to fumble at his chest, and Lopera raises her firearm. Both of their arms tremble. In this moment, the three of them freeze in silent agreement. Only a trembling hand moves, reaching into the open pocket. The gust of wind gathers the edge of the rainforest decay, blowing humid, sticky air across the scene. The thick fog escalates the little unfolding drama for the rest of the world. There's no one else but them and a fragile dying man who hopes he can tell her his name. Lucas. The air is so thick that it feels toxic. In the moment, it feels like all of this is just some sick hallucination. Only a nightmare, a fleeting moment with no consequence. She doesn't have to pull the trigger. She can leave now, return to the base, as though nothing happened. That idiot Carlos might still be alive, but at the very least, things will be back in order.
Lucas.
The dark gun barrel forms a black sun in the Xenos culprit's eyes. And then the sun explodes.
You have to learn the consequences of your actions.
Disloyalty and betrayal can never be forgiven. Rodrigo squats down, first taking the Corporal's pistol, then reaching into the chest pocket. It's a dog tag. Should we take it with us? Without a single word, Lopera grabs the dog tag and tosses it into her cauldron. She sits on the ground. Never before has a battle left her so exhausted, physically and mentally. Her thoughts as she tangled as her ginger hair. Sandros isn't here. Her words sound like a whimper. I want to go back. Go back? No. You can't go back. Not yet. We still got a way to go.
Come. I'll take you to Sandro.
We have to keep looking for him. The girl jumps back to her feet intentionally.
¿Cómo?
What did you say?
Lopera, listen to me.
Why should I listen to you? Last time I checked, you weren't in my chain of command. Maybe not, but if it weren't for me, kid, you would have walked right up to those traitors and probably caught a bullet like your general. His point was, unfortunately, unrefutable. She could only offer a huff in reply. We have no idea what the situation is now. Is your Xeno base now a rebel stronghold? Are there loyal soldiers still holding on there? And what is the Apostle Brotherhood doing through all of this? Perhaps Lucas and Antonio knew more, but the dead don't speak like to the likes of us. I'm not blaming you. I only meant the jungle may be the safest place for us now. So, let's get Sandros first, and at least then we can have another ally. Lopera's mind is swirling. Still too chaotic to form her own place, or own plan. Rodrigo seems to offer the only path forward. She nods. Fine, we'll keep going. To be continued. Alright. So we still have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 5 more. So we still have 5 more levels. Alright, so we're stage 4, entrance to the rainforest. So looks like green. It's I guess it's the it shows us the direction, so it gives us hints. So you're gonna head north. A broken down off-road vehicle sits outside the house. If you get it running, your journey may be much smoother. We're gonna repair it. The car is miraculously fixed, but what else were you expecting? It still doesn't have a battery or gasoline. There's no way it can get running. A street performer attempting to set up shop in the rainforest catches your eye. You have reasons to believe his stable life is reliant on the charity of the rainforest friends. That's what. Oh, I don't have it, so I can't talk with wait, do we have enough to make something? And it's craft. Come on. No, we don't. So out of all 3, we got the 2. Then we didn't get to this one. Okay. His jungle friends. take offense of your rudeness and launch an attack at you. Alright, so very far. Distant gunfire should serve as a decent landmark, but the echoes in the forest are simply overwhelming. Hope you have good hearing. Alright, well, listen carefully. After another harrowing battle, Lopera proves once again the capabilities of the loyal, first-class Xeno soldier. Sandro isn't here either. She paces back and forth across the creaky wooden walkway, idly picking up small items to throw in her cauldron. Rodrigo returns after around 10 minutes. Lopera sees him emerge from the corner, his face beaming. Look what I found! Rodrigo grins, holding out a metal box dotted with colorful buttons and dials. A radio? Is it working? Luck is best saved for times like this. A shortwave signal like this should be able to reach anywhere in the whole world. He places the odd-looking portable radio in front of the Lopera, who is still staring at it with disbelief. I knew it was here. I've been to this village before. I sold him this radio in exchange for some wood and caiman hide. Oh, and some jabacabra, those things that look like the eyes of the dead. Lopera examines the unusual machine. It's far from Xeno's standard issue, but with a little time, she's able to figure it out, save for one question. What's the power source? Rodrigo smiles and places a small crank between his legs. That's done it! It's a crank powered radio. Works in all conditions. The only downside is, this old goat has to add a little elbow grease. We don't know the situation at Xeno base. It's possible contacting them would just put a target on her back. I need to contact Admiral Igor. Do as you think best, little birdie. Old Rodrigo will just keep cranking. Lopera turns the dial, modulating the frequency at a certain point. Long, short, short, long. Then two longs together. It should be something like this. Like that. After setting her identification code, Lopera waits, listening to the buzzing static. Buzzing static and the drone of the crank. Lopera?
Father.
She second-guessed herself. The voice seemed so clear in the moment. In the static, nothing else comes through. I can hear your voice. Can you hear me, Father?
Hey! Rodrigo!
What's going on? I have no idea. All I can do is keep cranking. Crank, crank, crank. Father, can you hear me? Crank harder, Rodrigo. I'm working harder than a dog, girl. Situation. There's no time to worry about the signal strength. Lopera diverged everything that has happened so far as clearly as he can. Xeno troop station in San Pablo has mutiny. General Carlos is presumed dead, and the rebels have joined the Apocalypse Brotherhood. The old radio struggles as its bridge across continents, and like a fragile spider web, seems unable to bear more than a few words at a time. Xeno, you, me, I remain on mission, looking for Sandro. Can you read me? Sandro, find. Be careful.
What?
Find Sandro. Be careful of what? Static drowns out the lines again.
Ugh, darn it.
Damn this thing. Piece of Bang. Her attempts of a concussion repair does more harm than good. The radio sputters out and the line goes dead.
Wait, don't do that.
You realize we can't get this thing fixed out here, don't you? That thing was useless. Damn thing was useless anyway. Lopera hangs up the receiver and turns away in a breathless huff. The only means of communication is completely dead. Must be the humidity. The circuits are rusted to hell. Rodrigo drops the generator and approaches Lopera, patting her on the hunched shoulder. It works. Its works here is done. Lopera reloads the spent chamber of her revolver as she moves towards the edge of the village. Mine isn't. Come on, let's go find Shandros. Bang. Another warning shot rings out, and a flock of colorful birds screech and squalls as they soar above the canopy. You successfully discern the right direction. This will be a great help in your following exploration. Can we make something? Alright, got that. Snacks. Now we got the snack finally. A broken radio. Perhaps it's worth fixing to gather some intellect. Information is crucial in a dangerous place like this. Let's see, repair with alchemy. Your crew can create many wonders, but precise mechanic parts aren't among them. Perhaps you underestimate your cunning effects. Okay. A swamp filled with piranhas, more threatening than it used if it was toxic. Can we make some ammo? Nope, animals yet. Wait for the right moment. Some poor soul lost in the rainforest stumbles into the swamp. His drowning corpse now a marker of his surrounding danger. Don't let this kind of kindness go to waste. Bang! The unbroken furies of gunshots echoes both near and far, producing a mirage-like sensation in the depths of the rainforest. Bang! Bang! Lopera strains her eyes, scanning for any signs of the shooter through the dense foliage.
Ugh, darn it.
Can't we fire off a couple shots to let them know it's us? No go, little birdie. Sanders is a scrawny little thing, and as timid as he is tiny.
Kid.
Calm down. He's quick on his feet, very quick indeed. Only thing we can do is move faster. Maybe we'll make more progress in a boat.
No.
One wrong turn, and you'll lose any chance of finding him. Then try this. Lopera pops a few cocoa powder candies in her mouth and tosses a few to Rodrigo.
Wait, don't do that.
I thought I told you not to eat any old thing that pops out of your cauldron. Stop worrying. I'm confident about these ones. They should give you an energy boost. He watches Lopera for a little while, and seeing no adverse effect, Rodrigo hesitantly swallows the energy candy. His stand-up was starting to whine. Oh, this is really... How's it feel? Feeling a little lighter? The man's eyes soften unconsciously, taking a gaze quality as he looks back at her.
Of course.
But...
Nita.
What?
What? Who's Nita? Rodrigo's pupil dilates. Lopera notices for the first time that he has a light-colored eyes. His hands weakly clench and release, and he suddenly quickens his pace, leaving Lopera several steps behind.
Hey!
Why now, of all times, do you enter my mind?
No.
No, my heart will always be open to you, Manita. It's just that I'm used to seeing you only in my dreams.
Nita.
Please, I'm doing something very important now. Wait, is he hallucinating? Stop running, Rodrigo. Yes, I will save him. I promise you. What are you doing? The aging man bounds over wet roots and muds like cat-like ease, moving faster than Lopera. He finds himself bogged down and tripped. Bang! A gunshot pierces through the air. The gunshot seems close enough to be a warning. Rodrigo paces slow. The girl closes the gaps between them, getting near enough to hear Rodrigo's breathless muttering.
No.
No. No. Don't be afraid, Nita.
Wait.
Rodrigo. I think I figured it out. You're not used to the side effects of these things. They can make you a little... Lopera decides on a method to speed Rodrigo's recovery, scooping a handful of water from the muddy puddle. Bang! No, that couldn't be a gunshot. Of course it wasn't. This place is very safe, my little birdie.
Hmm?
The girl freezes. The muddy water she was about to splash him will seep out through her fingers.
Of course.
Of course, they're only celebrating the carnival outside. There's no need to be afraid.
Rodrigo.
Yes. I'll go get you a gift from the carnival. But you have to promise me one thing. Never leave this room ever, or I'll have to lock you in. The remaining mud splashes down onto her foot. Rodrigo! His eyes have grown increasingly cloudy until they became like two indescribable pools of gray water, and then, just as quickly, the cloud recedes. Appa, you fell over a bit back there, didn't you? Your hands are all covered in mud. It's nothing. Welcome back to reality. Lopera walks ahead of Rodrigo, leaving him staring at her blankly as if in a trance. Come on now, we're not catching up to him in this mud. A cup of cold cappuccino sits in a decaying tree stump. It is overly distinct and rather bewildering. Clue. Observe carefully. After careful consideration, you continue this and admire a cup of cold coffee. Don't be discouraged. At least you gain some unexpected insight. An armed adventurer runs up from behind you. He says he's being chased by vicious crocodiles and pleads for your help. Can we make a butterfly? We don't have enough. A silverfish. Alright, we can't, right? We can't help. Nope. Stand by! The crocodile shows no interest in you, but you don't intend to disturb its happy hunting. Who knows? Perhaps you'll come across some decent adventuring gear later. Nope, with no butterflies still. Alright, so we're still heading to northeast. A open suitcase hangs from a branch on the riverbed bank. It's filled to the brim with cash, a tempting sight for anyone. We'll throw it in the river. Several pirates jump into the river, yelling as they struggle to save the bait. It seems you dodged a bullet, though you were never truly afraid of it in the first place. So it was a trap. Success! You reached the jungle swamp. So stage 5, mapping Ulura. Part 5. The shallow water ahead seems infested with mosquitoes of outrageous proportion. They hover across the surface, producing an audible buzz. This is it, Captain Rodrigo's very own private lake.
What?
What's so special about this place? Pernongos and piranha aside? See that boat over there? That's the very one I got after I was fired from the soda factory. Something came over me. I wanted to be like the old man on the water, to live on the boat, but as you can see, I couldn't handle that type of freedom. But more importantly, I have a cabin nearby with a few goodies for both of us both. Including some submachine guns and a full waterproof vest. Not cheap trash either, American made. They might be a bit damp, but they should still be functional. How you get your hands on those? A bitter ripple spreads across Rodrigo's face. Kid, that cabinet holds old Rodrigo's biggest trinket. Some things are best left unknown, little birdie. How many bullets do you have left? Mind sharing a few? Not many. Didn't you pick up any from the rebels? Yes, but I injured my hand, so I'm not too steady with gun. I need a few more to account for my shoddy aim. Just for now, there will be plenty in the cabinet. Fine. Lopera generally grabs a fistful of bullets and shoves them into Rodrigo's hand. Not a small number either, at least 2/3 of what she had left. I'm not that bad of a shot. This should be enough for me. Come on, let's walk around the lake. Stay low. Who knows if we might run into more rebels. Lead the way. Rodrigo hunches forward, parting the dense underbush layer by layer. The Paris follows behind in a military fashion, scanning for trouble. A pair of eyes skilled as distinguishing insects and fruit species carefully scrutinize each leaf of hidden threat. Here, no, just a bird.
Oh.
An armadillo. You don't see those every day. Despite her casual tone, she retains a firm grip on her weapon. Bang! This time, it is Rodrigo who fires first. Where are they?
Fire!
To the brush! The pair raises his gun, aiming for the waving leaves. A shot rings out, quickly followed by another in quick succession.
Don't stop!
Keep going, kid. Aim right where I fired. The hammer clicks empty. The Paris third draws a captured pistol, continuing her barrage, magazine after magazine until its two is spent.
I'm out of bullets.
Rodrigo keeps firing. Hey, what? Do we have this? Rodrigo, keep firing! The roar of his rifle drowning out Lopera's voice. At last, Rodrigo, stop pulling the trigger! Not even a magnum could survive that. Let's hope we killed him Maplin then. Oh, check it out.
No.
There's no time. We'll make way to the cabin first. We need to stock up in case there's more.
But
We're close. Come on. Rodrigo sprints off, seemingly uncaring of any would-be enemy spotting him.
hey,
You! The power taps her empty cylinder and chases after him, impatiently. We're in the cabin! The cabin interior looks as though the owner left in a hurry and never returned. Not at all like this kind of place once would hide valuable weapons and equipment. Rodrigo combs over the room, producing nothing but clouds of dust. I should have come back once in a while to tidy up. This cabinet. Crash. Rodrigo pulls out a long oilcloth bag from the clutter. Then just as quickly crumbles it and stuffs it back. Ha. Oh, this boy is no good. Just an old relic from the boat. I was going to use it to store my Koro novels. Give it up, Rodrigo. You've been searching for close to half an hour. Lopera stands by the window, keeping her eye on the outside, ready for any potential threat. Nothing. Rodrigo's gaze flickers, briefly landing on Lopera before turning back to the clutter.
Kid.
This is bad. Look at what your Magna did. Now we're out of ammo. The girl pauses for a long time. Her words comes out like a hard bone raising from her stomach, catching in her throat. We lost Sandros for certain. We've been walking through the rainforest for so long that the mosquitoes eating away at us has changed shifts. It's a miracle we don't catch a fever 3 days from now. If you were to give up, I don't think even the great Admiral Igor will blame you.
You're wrong.
Who said anything about giving up? I find this rat, even if it's just his corpse.
How could Sandro be dead?
Rodrigo sighs with contempt. He turns again, his shadow's face now dark and indistinct.
You can't take him to Zeno.
You can't take him to Zeno. I'll take him across the border. Rodrigo's words were emotionless, as if stating an agreed upon fact.
Wait.
Yeah, out of all the MiHoYoverse games, I only did Genshin's Lantern Rights, but I've been mostly playing Star Rail, and like only dailies for Genshin and Solar Zone Zero. But also the same thing, I kind of stopped playing Withering Waves. I'm not sure if there's anything new in that one. I also started Infinity Nikki, but I don't know. I'm like behind on everything. So I'm probably gonna limit my games to like certain ones and then play other stuff because I want to go back to my RPGs, which is like, you know, Final Fantasy, the Yakuza series. I've been mostly focusing on like besides like, you know, all the gacha games. Might want to do some of my like sport games too, like more collabs too. Because I know my friends have been busy, so haven't been doing Mario Kart or Mario Party. Wait, you mean you leave Brazil?
Hey!
Let's get this straight. After you help me find Sandros, I'll take him back to Zeno. He has no choice in the matter. Whatever happens after that is none of your business.
But,
What? It wasn't supposed to be like this. This was supposed to go down easy. Now, with Carlos dead, Rodrigo punches the cabinet, leaving a shallow dent. Alright, thank you for the lurks, Junie. You know that Zeno is tearing itself apart from within. Who will keep their promises? Who can I trust with Sandro's safety? This little mutiny won't last long. Admiral Igor will put things right. We'll handle all of these traitors. I can't put my faith in a stranger 1,000 miles away. He's my father. I know what kind of man he is.
Admiral Igor knows what's best.
He will make the right decision. He always does. Sandro will be the safest under his protection. The right decision? You really think that's such a thing? Rodrigo struts, hanging his face. Alright, we're back. I never trusted anyone with a chest full of metal. Those little things start to blind their eyes. Lopera suddenly steps up to Rodrigo, hands on her gun, looking up in his shadowed eyes. Idiot. You don't know anything about him. Every medal Admiral Igor wears is a mark of honor. Don't speak about my father that way.
Kid.
It's not whether those honors are real that matters. He adopted you, right? How long have you known him? Not 15 years. Is it 10? Less than 5? The girl's silence gives Rodrigo his answer. Just a few short years. What sort of father is that? Have you even seen the world through his eyes? The world he built with the power he wielded?
No.
You haven't, kid. Or you wouldn't know old Rodrigo and the reek of fish and sweat. If Igor has ever lifted you above his head, people like me would be nothing but ants to you. Cling on to his boots all you want, but his shoulders are too high. He won't pull you up there. He never will.
Kid.
Maybe you should think about your real father. Then you'll understand what I mean. Understand what? He's a Maripurtle, an evil man. That's the only thing I need to understand. Rodrigo remains still, like a dark wall, waiting for the speakers to tell her story. He betrayed everyone he trusted him. He sold them all out to a goddamn fruit company, handing over their plants, their leaders, like a good little lapdog. They could have done it. Just one more push, and those bastards would have been pushed out of Columbia, banana and all. But then, it all fell apart. The shooting echoes through the streets from morning till dark. You know, he told me they were victory fireworks for the strikers. Sound familiar, Rodrigo? The man doesn't answer, his face to the wall, unspeaking. Then I suppose at least your father never had to work on his plantation again. Never. He dresses like some kind of old big boss, sweating through his suit every day, but still refusing to take it off. But we could never go home. We were always on the run after that, sleeping with one eye open, always afraid. I never understood why people looked at me like I was some pest. Why they threw their muddy chilakas at us. He moved us far from the city, always in isolated places. How did you find out all about this? The girl's gaze dropped to her empty revolver. Nydia told me. You don't need to know who she is. I still don't know how she found me after all those years and so far away.
Until that night, when she knocked on my window.
I opened it for her, but she didn't come in. I thought I was seeing a ghost. Nydia was a Mezzino, with skin as dark as cocoa, but that night her face was pale as the moon. Her skinny arms were clinging to my windowsill. She said to me in a hoarse voice, "Lopera, I figured it out. It was your father who betrayed us all." My father? What are you talking about? They're dead, Lopera. My family, my father, mother, brother, and sister, dead. But the strike, isn't it successful?
No.
No, they knew about it. They shot everyone, chased them through the streets. They buried them like garbage. I saw it. There's yellow leaf banana trees growing over the pits. Stop! Thief! I'm sick, Lopera. Dying, I think. Don't say that. Come inside. Never. I won't. Not into his house.
Just grab my hand. Come on, Nydia.
There, on the windowsill. Get her! I don't hate you, Lopera. I just wanted you to know. Where's my gun?
No!
Oh, they shot her? How high was the windowsill? Lopera steps back 3 paces from Rodrigo. She doesn't need to say more. Her dryness chokes her through the last words. Do you ever want to see your hometown again? It's gone, Rodrigo. What happened there? You can't go back to that. Maybe you don't understand.
Zeno is my home.
That's enough for me.
Zeno?
Hasn't all that happened today show you Geno's true colors? The girl remains silent, letting Rodrigo's words fall to the ground. You still think you're the hero, don't you? There are no heroes in this world, kid. You either live on the water or fight on the shore. On the water, there's peace, maddening peace and loneliness, like an old man and his misma woodbat. But as soon as you step on the shore, you're at war. To survive, we must become something shameful. Rodrigo is silent for a moment. His thumb rubs over his knife handle. There's no place left for heroes. I wish I could live on the water, I do. But there are those on land I still must care for.
But
You said your family was all gone. Rodrigo's smile is like a crack in hard leather. Don't you want poor Sandro to escape the chaos of San Pablo?
no way.
Why would I care about that? For the first time, the parrot scrutinized the man before her, wondering if it was bitten by a poisonous snake in the forest.
No entiendo.
I don't understand. Something's been off from the start of this. Why have you been following me all this way? Who is Sandros to you? Confusion and rage erupt from her throat.
And what's your business here anyway?
Rodrigo's dark face is like an iron plate, beaten 100 times. Enough. I'm done with you. I can find him myself.
Sandro will never go with you.
The man roars back. Why do you care about some nobody? What is he to you? Just another goddamn medal for your father, right? When your Admiral Eagle shows up, my poor Sandra will be paraded around like some trophy, and you just use him as a cover to hide the mess you made. I can't trust your Admiral to protect him, and now, I fear, little birdie, that I can't trust you either. You lost your mind, old man. Rodrigo walks away from the wall and heads toward the door.
Don't move.
You need to explain yourself before we leave.
No.
You're not going anywhere, Lieutenant. Rodrigo raises his gun, determined to entrust the peril state in his trembling hands. You. He fires, but the bullet hits nothing but shadows. The peril reflectively raises her gun to return fire, but there is nothing in the chamber to meet the clock hammer.
Nieta!
Damn, you tricked me into wasting my ammo, didn't you? Kid, I hate to kill you. Well, so, let's play another game. This time, we'll really let fate decide. The para is pinned down by the dark muzzle of his rifle, and as he retreats out the door, he slams it closed and begins locking it from the outside. The girl rushes to the door as a blind bullet pierces through, severing a few strands of her orange hair. Don't use up all your luck just yet, kid. Rodrigo's voice rattles through the door, among with the clinking of rusted chains.
Huh. You think this cage can stop me?
These locks won't hold you long, little birdie. I know you'll escape.
But
I'll have Sandro safely away from here long before you do. It wasn't supposed to be like this, kid. Why didn't Carlos send a couple of dumb Genotrons? Things would have been so much simpler. I wouldn't have shed a tear over Anthony and Luca. Open the door.
Lopera, listen to me.
A dirt bullet pierces the thin wooden door, grazing across the pearl's clothes and stiffening her resistance. I would have shot Nydia too if it was in your father's shoes. I wouldn't have cared who she was or what she wanted. But if there has been ever a chance she might have harmed my daughter, I wouldn't have let her live.
Nita.
Oh God, Manita, my little bird, I'm sorry. How could I let them do that to you? A rough fist hit the door. Rodrigo slings back his rifle and turns away. Fate let you dodge 3 bullets. You win again, Lopera, but we never meet again. Lopera cups her hands around the bullet hole for the door and shouts, where are you taking him? She presses her ear to the door to hear the footsteps pause for a moment, then slowly return.
You won't see us again, you hear me? I can't lose him now. He's all I have left.
So 6, alchemy accident.
Darn it.
Open this door. Though only a thin piece of wood, her small frame can't make it budge an inch. The force propels her back to the center of the room. Traitor! Rodrigo, you lying old jerk. Damn you. You were lying to me from the start. In the moment of silence, distant gunshot echoes through the air. The gunshots are far from their location. Sandra must be moved farther, and Rodrigo must be closing in. Let me think. There's always a way out. Stay calm, Lopera. I can still find them. A way out. A way out. How do we get out of this? I'm out of bullets. Otherwise, I'll shoot the lockout. Lopera falls back to the rough, damp floor, accidentally tipping over her cauldron. Several gray pellets rolls out. These ones appear to be darker than before. She picks one up and examines it.
What's going on?
Did those smoke bombs in the cauldron react with something else? After pondering for a moment, she gives up on trying to understand, tossing the pellets back into the cauldron.
Ugh. I've never been able to wrap my head around alchemy.
But maybe I can use this thing to make a bomb or something. The parrot scraps some gunpowder residue out of the gun barrel and adds it to the cauldron. This should make it more explosive. Let's see, what else can I use? A rotten banana peel. I guess I give things a kick of energy, hopefully. The young alchemist doesn't follow any particular recipe, choosing her materials by institution alone. This should do. Hopefully, it'll be some kind of bullet or explosive. And I'm bound to pack a punch of bombaro beetles in the mix. She adds a few drops of blood dripping from the wound on her thigh, the doing of a sharp branch during her rainforest trek. Blood, the source of life and strength. This gotta do the trick. Get boiling, parse. It shakes like a toad, then swallows a beehive in a single gulp. The self-heating cauldron transforms her molten materials into a kind of metallic fluid. For a moment, she starts to believe she may actually have chopped to be a professional alchemist. The fluid begins to boil and smoke, getting darker and hotter by the second.
What's going on?
Is this thing about to explode? It becomes abundantly clear that the cauldron is indeed about to explode. Whoa! The parrot kicks the cauldron towards the door and ducks for cover. There's a dud, dud, stud, then boom! Distant gunshot echoes again. She remembers her father's words. Find Sandros. Lopera?
Lopera.
Could it be that? No, no. She's alive. She's one tough Arcanist. Bang! You know she's taken a bullet before, so some kid that gave her a run for her money once upon a time. She survived then, and then she survived this time too.
Why?
Why did she come to such a place? Looking for Sandros, I guess.
What?
Sandros? Who's Sandros? Bang, more gunshots rings out. Forget it, we need to get her out of here.
Copy that.
Copy that, Major. Sandros.
Look.
Her eyelids twitched. More gunshots. Find Sandros.
Sandro.
Sandro, where is he?
My God.
You're awake. Lopera has never seen Major colors like this. Drenched in sweat, eyes bloodshot. How did you find this place? You were lucky, Lieutenant. We weren't far away when we heard the explosion. An explosion? Besides the explosion, did you hear gunshots? There were gunshots everywhere. Lopera, Carlos. I know, he was killed by the Mooners. Huh? I don't know how you found out, but that's a long and short of it.
Traitors.
Traitors didn't manage to take the base. They scattered. Now they're on the hunt. I was talking about the gunshots in the rainforest. I heard gunshots. Constant, distant gunshots. I don't think we heard any gunshots before. Just the howling of some wild beasts. Idioto. Wild bears here? Are there no bears in Brazil? It must have been the Mapagori. Mapagori? Lopera gained some energy from her confusing joke. She forced herself back to her feet, taking her blown up cauldron from the hands of her comrades. Never mind. How many mutineers are there? At least half of our force is San Pablo. They did a number on what was left of us too. It must be difficult to take direct actions against them until reinforcements arrive.
So...
For now, we are attempting to keep them disorganized by harassing their position. One of our prisoners has said that the rebels and the Apostle Brotherhood are meeting at an estate nearby, but we haven't been able to pinpoint the exact location. Lopera stays silent, taking several unidentified pills and swallowing them down with water from her canteen. Lieutenant Lopera, I know what you're thinking, but you can't. You must have a concussion. I'll be fine. Is there anything wrong with me? These pills will cure it.
I have to find Sandro.
Forget Sandro. My orders came directly from Admiral Igor. Her Russian-use exchange plan says, the mention of Admiral Igor forces them to set aside their concerns for now. Admiral Igor? Alright then, we'll find Sandros, but where do we even start? Follow the gunshots and you'll find them. Gunshots? Bang! Like that? Me? Okay. A street performer attempting to set up shop. Wait, but I don't have any. I don't have anything to do that. His jungle friends. Yep. So same response. The armed adventurer runs up from behind you. He says he's been chased by vicious crocodiles. Well, we can't do anything. Wait, we do have. Oh, we do have materials, do we? Oh wait, no. We need. Okay, so still don't have anything. Two Xeno traders are lying in ambush in the grass. You aren't their target, but once you meet their gaze, it's game on. Let's see. Lopera is going to head-on confrontation. Your aim is as accurate as ever. A cup of cold. Okay, so we observe carefully. Come on, piano trap. Yes, we got it. Throw in the river. South. A forest hunter admiring your bravery wants to share his hunting tips with you. Let's learn more. Watch your expression and marksmanship. The hunter expression showers as he realizes his overconfidence may have just been a tad too much. A booklet resembling a Brotherhood registry. Perhaps this will lead you to their headquarters. Determine and a stack of useless papers and the false information that can't slow you down now. A cunning fox resembling Moose to third is offering you a good deal. I guess we'll accept the offer then. Fox expresses gratitude to you and generously for your generosity, leaving a few worthless trinkets behind before vanishing into the depths of the jungle. Wes, okay, so I got some news that will cheer you up, say the amateur information dealer, hoping to peddle rumors of dubious origin. Alright, so take special measures. You rarely play by the rules. It's not so good with words, so how about you talk to my gun? A soaked butter goose nursery rhyme book slides by the pool. Picking it up stirs up memories of you rather forget. Read it carefully. A gaggle of fiercely geese surrounds the pool, eyeing delicious treasures in your pocket. Luckily, you can keep prepared. Wait, did I mess up somewhere? A collapsed advertising sign that reads Happy Paradise, and then the surrounding junk has become a playground for local children. You try to get information from the little scamps, but fellow Dellers aren't the easiest folks to deal with. Fortunately, you know how to handle them. So west now. Stage 7, no place to go. What? What is this place? It's a kind of old estate by the looks of it. The soldiers experienced in the jungle warfare crouches low, hiding their form in the shade of a tall wall structure. The last shot we heard came from somewhere near here, but there are no signs of any battle. While there is no sign of battle, a quick investigation soon reveals that within the estate are a large force of Xeno rebels, along with a member of the Basso Brotherhood. If there wasn't a fight, it could mean that Sandro escaped or he was captured. Then, this is the state that the mutineer we interrogated mentioned. There are some oddly dressed people here, besides the rebels and apostle. A few stranger dressed individuals periodically move between the doors and the courtyard. Their dark clothes not suited for the Brazilian sun. Look at all these crates. The wood looks bone dry. These must have been brought in recently. This may be their main base of operation. If so, we have an opportunity to deal with a lethal blow to them here and now.
Be careful.
There's someone over there. See that strange black-haired woman? Those clothes of hers don't look like a fashion accessory.
My God.
What is that she's eating? Is that human? Look closely, Major. It's turkey, just an old dried one. That's one big turkey leg. So what in God's name is going on here? Rebels, the Brotherhood, Claude Cotis. It doesn't matter. Zeno can handle them all the same way. A small gray pellet bounces in Lopera's hands. Take them out first. Ask questions later.
Be careful.
I have a feeling that the turkey-eating Mujer will be a toughie. So we did get a new costume for Vivi, or Vila. We'll see how that is.
Come together to
Because
conquer this great
the discount was going to expire in 5 days, so I just used 200 extra crystals to out of the discounted 880. Everyone, spread out. I'll handle that woman. Understood, Lieutenant. Why is there so much smoke? Target in sight. Fire! Oh no, my turkey, please, I'm still starving. Give it up. Don't even think about getting away. My dinner, my meal, it's gone.
Loading. Charging.
Perfectly understood. Please, allow me.
Eliminate target.
Stay back, I say!
Aim and shoot.
Flee, mortal! Feel this dark embrace! I look
Attack.
forward to punishing you!
Loading. Charging.
Wait a sec, let me do channel and channel.
Perfectly understood. I've got some trouble brewing.
Loading. Charging.
Keep calm. Ha! My crucible really has a mind of its own.
Barrage. Aim and shoot.
Get ready. This is going to be a
Loading.
crowd pleaser. I've got some trouble. Ready? Aim. Wait for the pop.
The light that illuminates all.
I never miss. Most of the time, anyway. Stay put. This will hurt longer if I miss. That's nothing. Push down. I've got some trouble. Get ready. This is going to be a crowd pleaser.
Do you have a little faith in me, Master?
Give this a taste. Wait for the pop.
I, Robot, child of science. Although we come from different lands, we share the same dream. That it
No, 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 no.
I don't know anything. I don't know!
Who are you? She lowers her eyes, refusing to answer. Lopera doesn't care. And you're with Mantis Victistus? Yes. Then you're going back with the rest of these prisoners. Her head flutters like a banana leaf in a hurricane. No, I didn't mean that. Please, I haven't any idea who these people are or why they came to San Pablo. I only came out here looking for food, and might I say that Turkey was utterly revolting. A bizarre and apparel, very hungry woman has been a powerful opponent. Ordinarily, she may be intrigued by her story. True or not, but she has other things on her mind. I need you to ask about a couple of people. Of course. She nods eagerly, desperately. I'm looking for a man named Rodrigo, middle-aged, tan brown skin, wearing a vest. She nods frankly, hoping to trade her answers for freedom. I think I saw him, yes, the large man that came out from the forest. He was with somebody else, a young man.
Hmm?
A young man? Could that have been Sandros? I'm afraid I don't know. I didn't know any of them. I swear, I'm not lying. The Brotherhood took the old man and locked him in the basement. The younger man ran away in the forest. I can find him for you. I have an excellent sense of smell, if you do say so myself. Forget about it, girlie. You got bad news written all over you. Please let me go. I'll be good.
I'll be good. I'll never see those bloody menace Vindictae again.
You don't really think I'm just going to let you go, right? Sorry, lady. You're going straight to the Xeno lockup until we know what to do with you. Lockup? I told you everything. Please. Please, miss. Why can't you let me go? I don't want to go to jail. I won't. I won't. She springs forward, her claws slicing the air, almost scratching the soldiers holding her back. This wacko cult is getting out of control.
I'm not in any kind of cult.
Let's get her moving. Those Arcanium restraints have a time limit. Two soldiers drag the struggling prisoners away to the Precluder cell on their Precluder base. Rebels, the Apostle Brotherhood, and now Mantis Victistus. The complexity of the situation now far out of hand. But still, I have one clear and unvocal purpose. Find Rodrigo and go through him, Sandro. And through him, Sandros. She cannot fail her mission. This must be the basement. Rodrigo lies slumped in the corner, unconscious, covered in blood. Yeah, that's him, Rodrigo. Instead of stray rolls fly around him, along with a sharp blood-stained stone. He might be bleeding out. I'll check on him. Major Cassia steps forward to lift his head, checking for signs of life. Rodrigo suddenly bolts up, seizing the Major by the throat, then pulling him close to make him a human shield. Cassia! The sharp, bloody stone is pressed against Cassia's cordial artery, as if the same moment her revolver is pointed to Rodrigo's forehead. Hello? He does it! Shut up! Drop the gun, or Zeno loses another fine officer today. Rodrigo, you have no way out. The hand holding the stone shard trembles, leaving a red gash on Cassia's neck. What are you even doing here? I told you that I'll never let... Wait, I told you that you'll never keep me locked up.
Where is Sandro?
No.
You know I'll never tell. He'll be free at all this... Wait. He'll be free of all this soon. Anxiety and desire churns in Lopera's stomach. Her patience wears thin. One last chance, Rodrigo. Keeping your mouth shut won't help you now. Zeno will find him. Sandro isn't involved in any of this. I'm the one at fault here. He isn't involved?
And Sandro.
Sandro, he's just a kid. I had it with your lies. When I explained why this innocent kid had dealing with the Apostle Brotherhood? Only because of his idiot father.
Father, do you really think you can play the hero here?
Do you even want to stop to think what will become of Sandros after all this?
You're just turning him into another you, a total moron.
A turncoat trader selling out everyone he knows for a bit of cash. If he grows up to be like you in the end, then he'll just be another conman, always on the run and not a single person that cares whether he lives or dies. Or I can take Sandro back with me. Gino can turn him around, teach him what honor means.
Sandro will never go with you.
I'll never let Zeno take him. An army that brutalized neighborhoods, then kills its own officers, and you have to get out to tell me about honor? That's never happening again. Hey little birdie, once there was a first, there will come a second and a third. You don't know anything, old man.
No, you're the one who doesn't get it.
I struggled my whole life. Who helped me? Who gave me a damn thing?
Nobody.
Everything I have, my family, my property. I earned it, and I'll protect it by any means necessary. I never killed anyone innocent. I just did what I had to do. You think every one of them would have done the same if they were in my shoes? I'm sorry about your friends, but it wasn't my fault.
Of course I care about you.
Of course I care about you. Your friend, her name was Nydia, see? I remember. I'm not as caring as you might think. You're lying.
No, listen.
Inina Nuri, how's everything? Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? Oops, let's see. So I think we're on the second to last part in the story or event. No, listen! Don't say it. Don't you open your mouth. Pray I don't hear your voice again today. Damn you. Just go to your room.
I never
I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of anything. I'll run away. You can't lock me up here. Lock me up. Where will you go? Take one step outside and those brutes will tear you apart.
Nivea, Laura, and their parents. They hated you, not me. I've done nothing wrong.
Is that so? What makes you think you deserve to stand here? To live as you do? I should kick you out, send you back to the banana plantation, let you experience the disease and death I took you away from. Then you see, then you'll behave. No, never.
Don't you think you've got their blood on your hands too?
Nothing like that.
You have no idea what you're doing!
Fine, then I'll stay ignorant.
Or should she actually kill her dad?
Lopera.
The Major grabs Rodrigo's falling body by the arms, gently lowering it to the ground. The shot echoes over and over against the cramped stone chamber, leaving their ears ringing. There's nothing pleasant about a bullet grazing your face. But it's better than a slit throat. I owe you, Lieutenant. Sorry, I'm glad you're okay. Sandra is still out there. Are you insane? Kasha shakes Lopera by the shoulder, but quickly stops. The girl looks ready to fall apart. Forget it. I don't care about your orders or mine. Don't go after him. Let it go. I'm taking you back to the base to recuperate.
But
The Admiral said. A soldier rushes in, interrupting the conversation. Major, we heard a shot. Is everything okay? I was taken hostage by a prisoner, but Lieutenant Lopera saved my life. Your aim is still flawless as ever, Lieutenant. Unfortunately, I have something urgent to report. We found the body of a lone man on the perimeter. Seems he died about 10 minutes ago. Gunshot wound, looks to be self-inflicted.
My God.
This is a dark day. And the last part of the event. Part 8, the one on the banks. The misty canopy of the forest blocks out the scorching tropic sun above, leaving the ground permanently shaded and wet. Major Cassia gently brushes the freshly engraved tombstones. My dear Anastasia, who could have thought this day would come? You always said you'll be the second in our class to become a major. Carlos was a Mandro Pardo, a swine of the worst kind. He put too much faith in brute force. He used pseudo bullets and arcane explosives to get his way, never expecting they could be turned against him. Many of our soldiers here are local recruits. They were caught between their loyalty of the community and their loyalty to Zeno. Carlos pushed them too far. Did they kill him before he launched the operation? Yes. He never got to give the order. Perhaps that's a good thing. I think if he had gone through with it, all assembles would have turned against Zeno, not just the Apostle Brotherhood. I knew that list was fishy from the start. Choice words, Lieutenant, but I also found concrete evidence in Carlos's file. The informant was a retired veteran from Rio, Rodrigo. It was him? Immersed in his story, the Major doesn't take notice of Lopero's shock.
That's right.
That's right, I suspect he fabricated the entire list. Like you said, they're all ordinary people. Some might have had occasional dealing with the gang, but you know how it is in San Pablo. Such situation was hard for the common folks to avoid. I can only imagine the hell we would have unleashed if we had gone after them. As for asking Zeno to retrieve Sandros from the Brotherhood, I guess that was his condition for acting as an informant. But Zeno would have eventually found out he has given them false information. Why would Rodrigo risk himself like that? I guess he hoped that Sandro would be free and clear before we found him. A man like Rodrigo could get away from this place 1,000 different ways. If I were to speculate on his actions from a mere negative perspective, I should cast an apologetic look on Lopera's way. He wished he was using you to snatch Sandro from the Brotherhood grass. Then he would have shot you in the back of the head on the way back. I guess you were too smart for that, though. Bang. Then Rodrigo and Sandro would have disappeared forever into the rainforest. The humidity rises to the suffocating levels. They don't hear the approaching footsteps. Major Casa, Lieutenant. Admiral. The Major raises a perfectly drilled salute among the tombstones. Gray eyebrow, gray blue eyes, and gray brown tombstones. Amidst these, the girl who usually burns with fairy girls seems almost dim. The old Admiral bows his head in mourning. Major Cassia quietly steps away. Lopera breaks their silence.
Father.
It was good for you to come to San Pablo. She remembers the day, the moment that was fully armed transport helicopter landed with exact precision on the base helipad. The lines of loyal Xeno soldiers in formation, saluting up towards the hatch of reverence. I haven't had the time to talk with you since this coming to San Pablo. Our late General Carlos left me in a mare worse than any Brazilian swamp. We must start over. San Pablo's garrison will be interrogated with my own personal guard. This should simplify matters. Lopera doesn't think too much about the details. Her father's military wisdom and character stands unquestionable in her mind. And she was a long way to go before she could match her father in any of these respects. Especially with another mission but failed. Father. Spit it out. I didn't bring Sandros back. I failed my mission. Sandros? He speaks the name dryly. It clearly holds no significance to him. You must stand your orders. When you reported to me over whatever that device was, I ordered you to return to base, not to find Sandros. You didn't want me to find him? The Admiral doesn't reply to her, offering only a raise of his gray brow. You were with Rodrigo then, yes? Allow me to tell you about this man. While deployed in Rio against his cartel, he failed a crucial mission. His identity was exposed, and as a result, his children were kidnapped. They demanded the names of his fellow operative. He traded them for a list for his son, Sandros. But something happened. Their deal fell apart and his daughter was killed. And his fellow operative?
A total bloody tragedy. Like hell.
They were massacred. I told there wasn't enough left of them for identification. He deserted his post and quietly made his way to San Pablo. He took the boy with him, but hid him away. It is a pity he died. He might have been a valuable witness. The thick human mist fills Lopera's lungs, stifling her words. The Admiral turns away from the row of tombstones, his demeanor comforting in a way strange and unfamiliar to both of them. It was a necessary of war. You had to protect your comrades. I'm worried your impulsive nature clouded your judgment. Yet on that day, when you had the choice to kill your father, you chose wisely. Self-control, Lopera. This is what I expect from you. I tried to control myself. Her father's hands falls on her shoulder, brushing away her despair like dust. For Arcanus, it is a long and bitter road. But for a soldier, it is nothing. A soldier's career is spent making up for their own failures. Failures is expected, but one legacy may be decided in only a few key victories. A Mantis Vindictus base destroyed, valuable prisoners are captured, and supplies seized. Each of these victories will aid us in our future operation.
I've always been proud of you, Lopera.
Hot tears well up in her eyes, but she holds them back stiffly. At most, she lets out a sniffle. You are to remain on base for the next few days, rest, and wait for the timekeeper to arrive in San Pablo. Perhaps you might make some new friends.
Father.
What is it? You set things right in San Pablo, won't you? I won't let those who trampled on our loyalty and honor go unpunished. Gino is a great and indestructible army, and we are an unbreakable family.
I will never betray this army or my children.
The Admiral scraps a leaf off his boot against a dew-coated rock.
I trust you, Father.
Lopera looks up, only able to see her father's towering soldiers. And that's the end of Lopera's story. Into the Rainforest. Wait, what? The rainforest is filled with peril. Test your bravery here and see how far you can push yourself. Huh? Let's collect our stuff first. Oh, so that's also that one. Wait, what? Oh, let's do her survey stage and then we'll do all in. Yeah, Abby. Welcome in. Let's see.
Let the curtain rise.
Let's see.
Time to heat up the forge. A sharp blade.
Ready, aim, fresh from the crucible.
My forge, my rules. 8th Street style.
Stay put. This will hurt longer if I miss. Get ready. This is going to be a crowd pleaser. It is here. Get ready. This is going to be a crowd pleaser. That's right. Wait for the pop. Hey!
Time to heat up the forge. My turn.
Hey! Oh, these villains!
Nice tactic. Come on, this is the one punch. I can hear it. Just here. Huh, like a lighter. Cheer and witness my victory!
And she's they're still trying to get her. I don't have her yet.
That's what it's all about. Life or
Alright, let's see what's going on in this. Once again, you're returned to the rainforest. So, was it actually going to tell me where we're supposed to go? A broken radio, perhaps it's worth fixing to gather some intellect. Information is crucial in a dangerous place like this. Repair with tools. Do we have any tools? You may succeed in gambling, but shooting but fixing things has never been your forte. In fact, you're far better at breaking things. Okay. Okay, so Xeno traders. So let's see. Smoke bomb, come on, smoke bomb! Yo, we got a smoke bomb. You seize the opportunity to escape. Best not waste the time on trivial matters. You originally planned to buy green propolis in Sao Paulo, but the beehive in front of you will make a worthy substitute. Oh, so I can't make the snacks. So I need this oral concentrate. Steal the honey. You always manage to achieve the good goals using your arsenal for cunning tricks, even if it costs you some time. A torpedo stands in your way. Instead of wondering why the most precious hunter in the wilderness is in the jungle, you should focus on avoiding getting knocked unconscious. So I can't do any attacks, so attempt to retreat. Turning your back on a hunter is never a wise move. Unfortunately, you managed to escape really scot-free. A cunning fox resembling Moose 3 is offering you a good deal. Accept the offer. A vendor on the market recognizes you and starts hawking his trinkets. He hails from a village where you're familiar with. Clearly, it is not the time for shopping or catching up. Alright, so let's see, can we make some more... Nope. We'll do ignore since we don't have the items. For hummus, admiring bravery. So let's see, do we have any? Can we make bullets? Nope, we can't make bullets. Alright, a local food store serving traditional dishes. An ideal resting spot for your journey. Let's give them a... Provide a recipe. Though the chef speaks highly of their dishes, you find their uniqueness a little hard to swallow. You generally offer a recipe of your own. Poisonous swamp lies ahead. Too dangerous even with the fittest Xeno soldiers cross. For you, trusting your instincts may be the best choices. You're always prepared, once again allowing to overcome the obstacle on your path. A collapsed advertising sign reads, "Happy Paradise," and the surrounding junk has become a playground for your local children. We need. Oh, wait. Huh? Is it take two? You try to get information from the little scamps, but Fadilla dwellers aren't easy folks. Alright? Oh no! Para's gonna confront them all. Your toe bumps into a hard object hidden in the grass. It's a battered antique handgun that looks like it's been chewed up by a dog. Perhaps it's a stroke of luck. And discard immediately. The gun misfires as it hits the ground, detonating like a concussion grenade and scattering the nearby wildlife. You originally planned to buy green purple in San Pablo, but the beehive in front of you. Battle the swarm! What can we make? Several two fairies have yet to take residence in the jar. They are valuable materials, but capturing them is no easy task for the untrained. So we need smoke bombs. Unless we got two. Two fairies are more agile than you thought. After a brief struggle, all you managed to snag is a small portion of the loot they stole. The entire escape was barely worth it. After a burst of a chaotic gunfire, birds scatters wildly through the jungle. Though a rare sight, it only makes finding your way forward more difficult. Your ruthless act brings you silence to your surrounding. You strain your ears, finally figuring out where the gunfire is coming from. So let's have a try. Hunt together. So these kick it! Soak Buttergoose Nursery Rhyme Book lies by the pool. Picking upstairs a memory of you'd rather forget. We know it's a trap. We'll attack it first. Since I think when we treated it, it was not a good idea. We finished? Let's see, did we get everything? Alright, we finished her story finally.